Hey, I'm Scott Lurie, founder of Street. This video is going to be quick, so turn off your phones, silence your notifications, and lock in. Most sponsors want to tie you down for a 1-hour webinar. My offering is so simple, I'll be able to give you all the information you need in 3 minutes. I'll even put a timer in the corner to hold myself accountable to that. So let's dive in. This is an income fund, 10% annualized returns paid out monthly. If you want big upside equity deals, I've got plenty of those deals, so feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to discuss those opportunities. But the investors in this fund are focused on one thing: cash flow. Invest $120,000, get $1,000 a month deposited into your account. It's that simple. Street's Promissory Note Fund has been distributing returns to investors for 15 years. We didn't just pop up in the last 18 months since interest rates have jumped. This is our core business. There have been 180 months where we have been on the hook to pay investors, and all 180 months we have paid the full return on time, as promised. Over the last 4 years alone, we've paid out over $16 million to investors. What started out with $750,000 of loans is now nearing $100 million worth of loans. The model is simple. We originate loans to highly qualified borrowers at a 15% interest rate. We pay our investors 10%, and we use the 5% difference to run our business and cover our costs. Now, there's something extremely important you need to know. For the past 15 years, instead of buying fancy homes and taking luxury vacations, I've taken 50% of Street's profits and deposited them into something I call the war chest. Right now, the war chest has $10 million sitting in there. And if our fund was to ever take a loss, that $10 million of my money would be first to go. Now, we've never once had to dip into the buffer that protects our investors' capital, but it's just one of the many reasons why we've been able to pay investors on time every month, 100% of the time, for 15 years. You've watched this far, so let me give you some of the nuts and bolts on how to mitigate risk. First, we take a first lien position on all properties we lend against. So if someone isn't paying, we take the property. Second, our portfolio loan to value is approximately 65%. This is extremely conservative compared to the other funds out there. In the very rare instance that we take over the property, it's coming to us with 35% equity, and we'll be able to sell it off again. Third, our current loan portfolio of 500 plus loans across 22 states provides diversification that you normally don't see with index funds in the stock market. The whole period is 1 year, but I can tell you each year that 95% of our investors reinvest their money for the next year. No one wants to turn off the monthly cash flow when it's working 100% of the time without disruption. So I'll leave you a quick story. One of the promises in our fund is that if you want your principal back, we will send it back to you within 90 days notice. Most investments require you to lock your cash up for 1 to 5 years. Anyways, an investor, let's call him George, wanted to test the system. One day George called and said, "Scott, I'd like $800,000 of my $1 million back in 90 days. So I pinged our accounting team, and the funds were wired out within a few days. George called me the following week and said, "Hey man, I wanted to test your 90-day out system. You passed the test. Can I send you back the 800 grand? George today has over $2 million invested and is earning $200,000 a year per year in passive income. I told you this would be quick. Next steps are simple. Review the offering doc so you can get some additional context, but most importantly, book a call with our team. We want to meet you face to face, whether that's a phone call, a Zoom call, or an in-person meeting at our office. All you need to do is click on the button and find a time that's convenient for you. Well, I'm confident we've got the best track record of any income fund out there. What I'm more proud of is how our team treats you, the investor. Relationships are the center and core of our business. We want to take the time to get to know you, understand your situation, and see if this fund is truly a great fit for you and your family. We don't just want anyone's money. We want to work with people who this fund makes sense for. The call is 15 minutes and undoubtedly will be worth your while. I look forward to meeting you.